Adventure log, 16th of high sun at approximately 9 hours past midday. We are nearing the coast. Should be there in a few days if the weather holds, just as Captain Marine says. Once we reach the coast, we will have to find a place to lay anchor. Maybe be able to stretch out to a dock with my powers. I'm hoping anyone we find is civilized and not looking for trouble. But I guess I should recap who I am, just in case this journal gets into the hands of any historians once this winter is all done. My name is Nuiko. It is pronounced Nu-E-Ko. I am Spring Eladrin and a nature cleric. I am also a professor at the Neverwinter Academy, specifically for herbology and combat with nature. And approximately a few months ago, I woke up to a call? Pull? I'm not quite sure, but something was beckoning me to the Dragon Coast, a barely civilized and explored land. When I brought this to my superiors, along with proof from my plants that the world was growing colder with each passing year, they did the equivalent of brushing me off and put me on sabbatical. This is for your benefit, Nuiko. This is only your second year of teaching, after all. Being a professor is hard work. I wanted to defenestrate every last one of them, since I can't really put poinsettia and narcissus in their tea to give them diarrhea and stomach cramps anymore. I provided proof of my claims, quoted history and mythology of the land that might have a tie into why the source of the coal would be coming from the coast. But none of them would believe me, even though a number of them have the same qualifications as me, and I'm technically older than a number of them. They still cast me aside. So that night, as I tossed and turned in my bed, and I listened to my plants whisper to me and rustle, saying, "It grows cold, it grows cold," I gathered up all the money I had and grabbed any books that I could on the Dragon Coast, spanning from flora, mythology, limited history on the Dragon Coast, poisonous plants, animals, and finally, draconic. I'm not sure why I picked up the A to Z draconic book. Something just tells me I should know more draconic. Once I had my gear collected and books reasonably narrowed down, I ran to the port searching for a captain that would guide me to the Dragon Coast for a reasonable fee. And that is where I met Captain Marine and Miharu aboard the Wavecrest. It took about 13 ships, but once I explained to them my theory as to why the Dragon Coast was going cold, and that I had a pull or call or something, they believed me. They even said that they felt the same thing too. They were going to the Dragon Coast straight after they left Neverwinter. I've never had someone believe in me before. Thankfully, I haven't had to pay much money, just a small entry fee aboard the Wavecrest and any gear that I needed. Captain Marine and Miharu are interesting. First, the captain gifted me this pin to signify my place on her crew. Miharu is especially bubbly. Ugh. She's often trying to make friends with me. I've agreed to join her book club since it gives me something to do besides growing vegetables on the ship and researching all I can about the coast. So far, my research leads me to the world is naturally growing cold, an ice age, if you will. When the world naturally cools over and seasons grow colder and ice forms and stuff like that. Another theory is that some deities are throwing a fit over something only immortal beings could throw a tantrum over, and making us immortals suffer. Did someone offend someone else? Did some god get jealous over another for having something that they didn't have? If so, why is there a call spanning over 3 people, at least that we know of? Are there more people? And if so, are they going to answer the call? And finally, who is putting out this call? Miharu says I question things too much and I should just go with the flow. But all that just sounds weird to me. I hear the captain calling me up for dinner. I guess I should wrap up any research and end this log now. I hope historians do get a hold of this and people pronounce my name correctly. I always get Nuiko or Nico or Nuiko or whatever other mispronunciations the tongue can come up with. It's Nu-E-Ko. I really hope no one needs healing on this adventure, as I don't know any healing spells.